you want to be the best pianist of all time? Do you want to win all gigs just with your fingers? It is easy as pronouncing do re mi fa sol la ti do. Play like a pro with Emmanuel Lugwe. Subscribe, drop a comment and share with your friends.
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's watching me. This is Emmanuel from Kenya, of course. Now, today I'm going to give you some leaks of diminished passing chords. Most of you have been asking me, where can I use diminished chords and how can I form diminished chords? Now, it is very simple. It is very simple. So I'm going to show you just how you can form the diminished chords and how you can use them in a song. So I'm going to explain it to you very slowly so that you understand. So stay tuned. If it's your first time to meet this channel, subscribe for more tutorials. Now, we are first going to form our diminished chords. And then we form diminished, and then we form the diminished seventh, and then I'll show you how we can use these chords in the key of F sharp so that most of you can get that, so that you also capture and know how to use the diminished chords. Now, we are in the key of C, for instance. So, C is number 1, D is number 2, E is number 3, F is number 4, G is number 5, A is number 6, B is number 7, and then back to 1 or 8. Alright, so how do we construct the diminished chords? So we are first going to construct a major chord. So as I said earlier, you need to understand the chords, the foundational chords. That is the major, minor, diminished, and whatever. Now, we are forming a C major chord. So this is a C major. I have C, E, and G, right hand. So I'm going to form a C minor chord. So to form a C minor chord, you just flatten the third. A C minor. Now, if I want to form a C diminished chord, I'm going to flatten also the fifth on top of a C minor chord. So this is a C diminished chord. C diminished chord. So in short, we form diminished chords by flattening the, by playing the root, flat third, and flat fifth of the major scale. So this is C diminished. This is C diminished chord, C diminished chord. We can try to construct another diminished chord, C sharp diminished, C sharp diminished. So we play a major chord, we flatten the third and the fifth. So we flatten the third and the fifth. So this is a C sharp diminished chord. So C diminished, C sharp diminished. Let us try to construct a D diminished. This is D major, flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. So you have this chord, you have this chord. This is D sharp diminished chord. D sharp diminished chord. On top of a major chord, you flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. So in short, we play the diminished chords by playing the root, flat third, and flat fifth of the major scale. Now, how do we form diminished seventh chord? Diminished seventh chord. Now, this is a major chord. So we've said we flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. Now, we just add a double flat seventh note of the major scale on top of this chord so that we make it a diminished seventh. Now, we have this chord. So, B is the seventh in the key of C. So, we flatten B 2 times. Half tone, half tone. So, we flatten B with a full tone. So, this is C diminished seventh chord. So, in short, we form diminished seventh chords by playing the root, flat third, flat fifth, and double flat seventh of the major scale. Double flat seventh of the major scale. Right, we can form a C sharp diminished seventh chord. C sharp diminished seventh chord. So we play a major chord, flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. Look for the seventh. The seventh is C. Double flatten it. So 1, 2, double. So this is a C sharp diminished seventh chord. The other example, we can form a G diminished seventh chord. So this is G. This is G. We flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. Now we look for the seventh. The seventh here is F sharp. So we flatten F sharp by a whole tone or a full tone. So we have G diminished seventh chord. G, A sharp, C sharp, and E. All right. The last example, I'm going to form a D diminished seventh chord. So we have D major. We flatten the third and the fifth to make it diminished. We identify the seventh in the major scale of D. So the seventh is the C sharp. The seventh is the C sharp. So we flatten C sharp by a whole tone. So this is a D diminished seventh chord. Now let's get into the key of F sharp so that I give out an example. So F sharp number 1, G sharp number 2, A sharp number 3, B number 4, C sharp number 5, E sharp number 6, F number 7, F sharp number 8. Now, I mostly like using the diminished chords, mostly the diminished seventh, as passing chords to the minor chords. So we know that the minor chords in the major scale are the 2, the 3, and the 6. So for instance, I want to go from 1 to the 2. I will use the diminished chord of the key just before the destination. So my destination is 2, G sharp. So I will use G diminished seventh to go to the G sharp minor. For instance, so I have 1. I will use G diminished seventh to go to the 2. Play it over the sharp 1. Yeah, so you can use diminished seventh chords to go to the minor chord, So like me, I mostly like using them to go to the minor chord. So from 1, you can also use the D diminished seventh chord as a passing chord to the 6. So you can so I mostly like using them while going to the minor chord. So when you want to go to the destination, then you look for the key that is below it. Just before the destination, you form a diminished chord of that key. Form a diminished chord of that key. Yeah. I can also use a C sharp diminished seventh to go to the minor 2 or to go to the 2. So for instance, Yeah, so I don't know where you can prefer using the diminished chords, but diminished chords mostly play a good role as passing chords to go to the minor chord, because diminished chords are neither major nor minor. Yeah, so it's very rare to use them as a standalone chord. Yeah, so that is how you can use the diminished chords. You can practice doing that in the key of your comfort, the key of your comfort, as long as you understand the formula on how you can build the diminished chords and how you can use them. So if you want to go to the destination, you identify the destination. If your destination is 2, then you look for the key that is below it or half step lower than it. You form a diminished 7th chord of that key, minor chord. So if you also want to go to the A sharp minor, that is your 3, because 3 is also a minor chord, you can form an A diminished 7th chord. Yeah. So from 1, so sometimes diminished chords, you will find them, maybe they will not make any sense. Yeah, but they play a good role as passing chords. They play a good role as passing chords. So you can practice them in the key of your comfort. Also remember to subscribe if it is your first time to be in this channel for more tutorials. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next lesson. Bye.